Gualter Amarelo with the great Vinny Smile Chopra. We are here. Vinny is in California. Vinny, you made it to the backyard. You didn't have very good service out on the street while you were walking, but so I'm glad you
Then I
came
came
back.
to the front yard. Now in the front yard, I said, let's just get it going because I was walking in the front and internet was not that good. Yeah.
So today's principle, we're going to talk about systemizing your business so it works without you. You've got a couple of models you literally just explained, Vinny, but for everybody who's just listening, Vinny Chopra, he came to this country with $7. He eventually built a portfolio of over $1.6 billion of assets under management. Then he got into hotels. He got into that was multifamily he built with. He got into hotels. He studied under Dave Lindahl. He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching and education. And now, more recently, he's gotten into senior assisted living, residential assisted living, and he's falling back into the things that he does well. He's buying hotels. He's doing a lot of real estate investments, but he's also teaching now. He's teaching quite a bit how it works. He wrote the book, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It's how I found out about Vinny Chopra.
Easy.
And he's been written three books since. Today, how could a man write four books, run all these different companies, invested in over 30 companies? How is it possible to be operating at this level, still be doing podcasts, still have his time to his miracle morning? Today's principle is going to show you how that's done. So, Vinny, before we jump in, you were just talking about a deal you have in Virginia that's 30 days from being completed, 30 days from coming to market.
Yeah, it's the assisted senior living and memory care that we have been building it. We have gone lots of ups and downs and cost of goods going 32% more and the bank stopping the draws. Then I had to raise more funds to fund the deal because they said you need to raise 1.7 million. They'll give me 2.1 million more to fund it. Now we are still needing a little bit more, but we are ready. I did this video call my manager right there. She was there and gave me the whole scoop. And she says, "Wow, wow, it's way ahead that she predicted, and also that we'll have such a great influx of seniors even in the first month in Punta Gorda. I think we had 45 seniors. They came into the building and got settled in 1 month, first month, because we had a list of 65 seniors who wanted to come into that property. So that's the same thing we do, marketing ahead of time so that we can have our seniors who are interested give us a small deposit so that they hold the spot for.
Now, Punta Gorda, Vinny just jumped off. So for everybody who's listening, Punta Gorda was a project, I think it was 85 senior assisted living units that Vinny had built in Florida. He actually just exited recently. I can't remember the numbers, but I know he went into it with a very small purchase and renovation budget and then sold for almost double or triple what he had actually invested. Vinny, now that you're coming back, well, you can't hear me yet. So for those of you who are just jumping in, this is Abundance Thursdays. We do this call on Thursday at 9 a.m. PST and 12 p.m. EST. Vinny Chopra, like I was saying earlier, has had a tremendous amount of success in multiple different avenues. The senior assisted living is what we're talking about today. Hey, Vinny, can you hear me now?
I'm here, brother.
I was just
Yeah,
talking
I
about Punta
can. I
Gorda because
can. I'm so sorry.
I had some stats on Punta Gorda, but
Yeah.
I was lacking on some of them. What year did you build it? I think it was 85 units. And then what year did you sell it? I think it was just at the beginning of this year or the end of
Okay.
last year.
Yeah, 94 units, and we sold it end of year before. So 23 December, I think, or November, we sold it. But you're right. Yeah, Punta Gorda was a success story because we were able to get, oh, yeah, I just came back in my backyard. Maybe that's the best way to do it, to be
Backyards where the
truthful.
services. There it is.
Sorry. So essentially 94 units, 65,000 some change square feet with all the luxury amenities and everything like that, right? So we had almost out of 94 units, 65 seniors, were already in waiting list to come into that property. And as we opened after all inspection and getting certificate of occupancy from the health department, fire department, and all those, we have to get those. Then we admitted 45 seniors first month
Vinny, one of the questions
because
I
it's
wanted to
very,
ask was what was the
yeah.
purchase price of that project? What did it cost to develop? And then what was the exit price?
Okay, sure. I think we built everything for 12 million one, give or take, and sold for 16 million nine. Yeah,
Wow.
16 million nine. So not bad, not
So
bad.
not only was your
Nowadays,
lease up
most
story a success, your purchase and exit, your build and exit was actually a success as
exit
well.
also. Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
And is that
And
what you're looking to
these
do
are
with this property in Williamsburg?
exactly, exactly. Williamsburg, the day we get the CEO, it should be worth about 23 million, we are told. And once we stabilize it, it'll be 29 million. So maybe it could be in just about 2 years, getting stabilized, it will be worth a lot, definitely.
And
You know,
what do you think the total cost will be? I know you were just doing raises of like 1.8 or 1.5
yeah, I
million.
think we'll be total into it 20 million, I think 20 million, because the cost of goods have gone up and everything, 19 or 20 million, right around there, and so forth. So we are, looking forward to giving our investors back their returns and everything. And we had taken some other debt, so we have to give that out and all that stuff,
So we think
right?
possibly on the conservative side, a $6 million exit, $6 million
Yeah, it
benefit
could be
bonus.
five, yeah, 4 to 6,
Wow.
let's say, maybe, yeah, yeah. And the good part is, there was a big article I'd love to share with you just yesterday. As a matter of fact, it came out that we are in dire need of housing for seniors. I think we only delivered 4,000 units. That's what this article
Wow.
says this year. And there is a need of 100,000 beds each year for many, many years. So there is a huge deficit.
And I think there's a stat that you mention all the time. It's like 6,000 seniors or people are turning seniors every day.
Yeah, 6,080 years of age, 11,200 baby boomers turning 65. 11,200 every night turning seniors,
I
65.
like that you said every night. They do it overnight. They don't do it during the day.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. At the midnight, everybody turns their birthdays turn into 65 years of age. And then, of course, this article blew me away from yesterday. CNBC covered this article and showed how many trillions of dollars will be positioning into the senior space, in the silver tsunami senior space. Lots of different auxiliaries and anticipatory services will be also gearing. It's just not the housing, it's a whole product lines, all different services will be gearing towards this big population of seniors turning 80, 85, 90.
Yeah, it's a let's call it a demographic shift, a positive
Hmm.
demographic shift where people have to age, but as we age, we have different expenditures, right? We need more
Yeah,
help, we need more support,
yeah,
and that's what goes
yes.
into these businesses. The reason we brought it up was because you did all of this from Blackhawk, which is on the West Coast. Punta Gorda
Yeah.
was in Florida. This
Hmm.
Williamsburg project is in Virginia. These are both
Virginia.
East Coast projects, and you have
Yes.
not had to get on a plane this week, even though you now have all this video and all this knowledge, understanding of what's happening on the ground because you have a
This,
partner. This is systemizing your business so it works without you. So there's three, five, six steps you gave me. One is build systems, not jobs. Two, delegate and automate. Three, focus on your zone of genius. Four, leverage technology as your virtual staff. Five, create predictable cash flow models. Six, adopt the elimination first mindset. And then seven, measure, tweak, and repeat. You've done all of those things. You have brought on partners, which is beyond delegating and automating. That's bringing on somebody who thinks and has the same desires and interests as you.
yes,
That's
yes.
leverage to delegation. You focus on your zone of genius. Can we talk about that for a little bit? What is your zone of genius, Finney?
I'm just a simple man. I'm a very simple guy. I'm telling you, literally, I'm a very humble man. I mean, it's just that,
Author of four books, came into the country with $7, no 1.6.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
the key
simple
thing
man.
is, see, transactions, take you to that high number. The key thing is, it's the service-minded attitude when you have. and you are able to find a need what really will take care of, like apartments, for example. I really got into about 7,500 units, and close to 900 million or something right there, and then sold so much also at the right time, which is amazing, and return investors money. Then got into
Yeah,
hotels
you've been
six,
selling
7 years
apartments the
back.
last 5 years, right?
Five
4 or 5 years.
years,
Yeah,
easy, easy,
yeah,
easy, even more than that, because
more
I
than that.
started buying them from 2010. It's 15 years now. So, because our equity of the investors, IRR, is based on how quickly you could return the money back. So that's the truth, that, you got to keep some, meat on the bone for the buyer, because they need to make profit too. And that's the beauty of in real estate, that property goes higher and higher and higher in value when you add to it, when you do respectable things to it. So anyway, the key thing I find is, if you send the signals out in the universe, and you say that, I want to get into senior living, I want to get into hospitality, I want to get into whatever, thing it is there, it's just the law of attraction. People start coming. You start attending masterminds where there are people who are very successful, where you want to be, and then you start absorbing what they are talking about, what's their life history, how they can really help and collaborate with you. That's the beauty of it, to really find some very good, solid, open, frank, trustworthy, integrity wise, honesty, transparency, all those things are important, when you are having other people's money, investors' money, to come along with you to buy and value add, just like you're doing. You're doing amazing, amazing work because you have built a following now of investors, literally, and that's the name of the game. And there are so many great tax laws in USA which gives great deductions in taxes for real estate investments. So that's a big one for wealthy people, accredited investors, entrepreneurs who are retiring. They could place their money safely. Yeah.
Yeah, Vinny, you mentioned the mastermind as a core component, a core key component. And you were just at the beginning of this call. I wasn't there last night. I missed the mastermind call. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But you mentioned that
Yeah.
one of our mastermind members had asked, "How am I finding these deals?" And I
Yes.
will I will
Yes.
be there next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, I will come
Ah.
back to
Okay.
your mastermind and I
Okay.
will share a
Yeah.
little bit, just a few seconds
I would
of
love it.
how I'm finding the deals.
I
Because
would
I,
love
I find
it.
your mastermind to be tremendously valuable. Everybody in there,
Ah.
and I love what we do on the Monday night call, but on the Wednesday call, you're in it consistently for the last 6 years, 7 years,
Yes. Yes.
and some of the people you've built have $20 million portfolios, and they're
Hold
just
on. 20,
tremendous.
my number one student is 450 million. My number one, within
So he's
5
doing okay.
years,
He's
let's
he's
say, give or
in
take.
5 years,
He's doing all
451
right.
million.
I'm so proud, so proud, so proud, And the key thing is, I'm just a very small person. I just taught some good principles, but it's to take those principles and then implement them over and over and not give up and really get into the systems. That's the name of the game, I think.
And I think a lot of it too is not getting too creative. This is not a very
Yeah.
creative business. The
Mm-mm.
systems are
No.
simple. There's some sort of art to negotiations, yes, but
Yeah.
even that
Yeah.
is systemized. And uh, you've done a very good job at documenting that over the last few years because you're an engineer, right? So you think, all the way through a process and it's got to be
Yes.
simple. You removed as many pieces as possible. So when it comes to systemizing your business so it works without you, before we jump off this podcast, I want to make sure that the person who's listening to this understands you can systemize your business when you have $1 million. You can systemize your business at $10 million, at $20 million, at $40 million. The need to systemize never goes away. And I think high income earners understand that. Big entrepreneurs understand that, but they forget to do it inside their wealth development strategies. They do it inside their business, they do it inside their investments. But sometimes it's easy to forget that you've got to go and systemize your wealth creation. Now, you are a system, Vinny, right? Syndication with a great operator is
Mhm.
a system. If I hand my money to you, your job is to go and do it, but you can't do it. You will not do it in commercial retail real estate. You will do it through senior assisted living. You'll do it through hotels. You'll do it through multifamily. You
And
have a very set
multifamily,
buy box.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. I think it's good to specialize in certain fields rather than floundering all over, and so forth like that, because you get better and better once you are in your line of business. That's what I would highly recommend, because a lot of time people are attracted to greener pastures and different things, all that, right? So you got to really see where you like your life to take you and what you will enjoy. It's not work for you anymore. It's just enjoyment and making sure that you're serving people and making sure all the accounting has to be straightforward, clean. I mean, at the top, I had 5 people in my full-time accounting department. All
With
the
your
books.
CFO who stayed with you
Is
this
it the
entire
CFO?
time.
Yes, 17 years. That's right, exactly. So it's very, very important that we, have the right team members. At the peak, we had 158 or so people, team members. I always say that, who took care of the properties and all. And now also, the ones we have left few, we want to be really fully involved. You have to be involved to make things happen. You can't just shy away, but the KPIs and really taking a very direct role in the management is important.
You just brought something up, Vinny. I've been thinking about this a lot. How many virtual assistants, I know you like to call them international partners. How many virtual assistants or international partners did you have in your back office when you had 158 people? How big was the out of country virtual team, international
Yeah,
partner team?
I'm glad you said that. I think back then, because we have kind of folded our management company, that's what really had most of the, our team members. And most of them were property managers, regional managers, HR, right in USA. And the maintenance people at the each site and all, and then leasing each, some of the properties had three leasing agents, So virtual, as you're doing it, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed because AI was not there back then and anything. So we had very few virtual assistants who were helping me, maybe in the digital side more, but total 158 people were in USA. In
Oh
USA.
wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
So
You
there's
know.
that's amazing because I really because I know you use a lot of international assistance with your coaching programs, with your
Hmm.
marketing, with
Yes,
your
yes.
systems and your like
Yeah.
your AI and all of that. So I was wondering how much because I've learned a lot about creating this back office from
Yes.
your experience with virtual assistants and
Hmm.
the guys that I'm working with now. They have 6 people in the Philippines and they're managing
Wow.
almost 800 units for us.
Love
500 of them are
it.
mine, and then the rest are theirs. They have 300 their own, and it's amazing to watch, Vinny. These It's a system. Like now we still have our on the ground staff. Obviously, there's
Hmm.
6 people in Cleveland. There's 4 people in Jackson, but uh, it is really. Plus, we have our 3 leasing people. But I don't think I've gotten
Uh-huh.
away from the in person too much. I think it's a really core part of the property management. But the back office is a unique, interesting phenomenon. I think is happening now that probably wasn't available 10 or 20 years ago.
It was not. It was not at all. I think things have changed a lot in the last 2 years. I'll just say 2 years even, and especially last one year. It's just the AI has just taken over to make people more productive, more efficient, and we can accomplish so much, which used to take me to even write an email like half an hour and still going revisions and everything. Now with the AI, you could write it in few seconds, and then you can tweak it and put your personalization into it and make sure it's correct what you want to communicate. I think we should all be using AI to the hilt. I
I
mean,
think
it's just,
there's a new feature in AppFolio now where AppFolio has an AI feature that will answer maintenance calls. It just launched this week, and I'm just
oh,
transferring
wow.
everything over to AppFolio in the next 45 days. So I'm very excited to move over. But I know you've been using this platform for a
Oh
decade.
my gosh, for like yeah, decade, brother. I'm so happy because I am going full-fledged into our portfolio, and my investors have loved it. It's the ease and everything. I'm, going to be building more on that side. Maybe I should get my team, my daughter, to be back in there. Are there some videos that show? Can you send me some videos you might know of? So
I will know more about Appfolio in the next 30 days. I
okay,
just signed the contract yesterday,
okay.
so the salesperson was selling me. I'm sold.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Maybe the demo will help me a lot because we have been with them for so long. That new demo, maybe I'll go on internet and try to find the latest demo of their services that can get me and my daughter and our company, to a better position because we are really looking forward to, consolidating and putting everything on, yeah, yeah,
Bring it
yeah,
all into one platform. I
yeah.
have two instances of Bill DM right now and a spreadsheet from another property we're taking over, and I can't wait, Vinny. It'll all be in one place, one enterprise, and
You would love it.
uh,
You would love it.
it's
You
this
would love
principle,
it.
right?
Yes.
Systemize your business so it works without you. Putting it all
Yes.
together means one
Yeah.
accountant can go and review everything and keep it all in one
Totally.
nice organized space. Before we jump off, Vinny,
Yes.
this is Abundance Thursdays. We do this every Thursday at 9 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. EST. If you want to learn more about Vinny Chopra, go to vinnychopra.com. He also does trainings, live trainings, 2 times a month. So you go to vinnychopra.com/events, or you can go to Eventbrite and just type in Vinny Chopra and you'll find out the events he's doing. We deep dive into this principle every Saturday. So Saturday, 10 o'clock, ibuildmillionaires.com to register. And also, Vinny will be live at the summit this year in
Yes.
October,
Yes.
October 23rd to the 26th. If you want to meet Vinny Chopra in person, be there on the 23rd. Be there at night. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be doing some networking. It is a fun
Yes.
time. Vinny is one of those people who, if you say he's a billionaire, he'll say, "Oh, that's just AUM, just AUM." But he will be bringing his enthusiasm, his charisma, his knowledge, and when you meet him in person, you realize this guy really he just wants to see you do well. There's nobody else in the room when he's talking to you. It's
Ah.
amazing to get a Vinny shake or a Vinny hug if you're lucky enough. Vinny, before we jump off, what tips do you have for investors who are looking to systemize today?
I would say that if we are really floundering, if we are really thinking I'm overworked, if you think that you don't have time for family, if you think that, I'm spending too much money in all these different, places, it's because we haven't really sit down to build systems because we have not taken time to look at what's important in my life right now. Am I using my time wisely? Am I talking to or using my, doing $5 job, $10 job a day, or $100 job a day, or $200 an hour job a day kind of thing? Please delegate. Cut out the crap, the fluff. I say cut out the fluff. Look at the most important things. But the biggest thing is you should be spending time as the CEO of your business in the right activities daily. Because 80% of our results come from 20% of the activities. Literally, that's 80-20 Pareto principle, and that is true always, always, always. So what's that 20% time? It comes with preparation, with thinking, with visioning, with talking to the clients, talking to vendors, negotiations. I mean, just doing the high level work. The biggest thing is you got to delegate, 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 eliminate, delegate, and systematize.
That's amazing. You've heard it. That last 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 30 seconds is all it takes to be successful with a lot of work, consistency, and diligence over time. Maybe a little luck, meeting the right people, getting the right mentors, ending up in the right masterminds. But it is non negotiable just to stick to the path and the process, build systems. Your life is too important, too valuable. Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best. We'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.